When it feels like the world's falling down, I'll be there to lift you from the ground. Don't be afraid, just let me in, love me and down. How could I say your pain in the lies and all your secrets? I'll take them all, I'll be your keeper. Let's run away, no need to stay alone now.
Hey everybody, it's me Marquita. Oh, let me fix the light. I don't have my overhead light on, so is it on? Is it on, honey? Is it on? Sorry, I love TS medicine. I'm not trying to come for her brand. She's a professional. Got crusties all over my mouth. Okay. No, love TS medicine. I bow down. But I am coming here to make another video. Like I said last night, it's now daytime, and I want to make these videos. Today's the 21st, but I think I'm gonna do the 3rd, but I'm trying to make all of them up to this point. So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoy this. I'm gonna name this one my favorite holiday. Well, okay. My favorite holiday memory. So I'm gonna say the holiday, and then I'm gonna say my favorite holiday memory. So hopefully that'll work. And y'all know I'm long-winded, so please forgive me if you don't make it this far, or if you made it this far. I'm very long-winded, so I cannot promise that this is going to be a short video, but here we go. Okay, New Year's. My favorite New Year's was New Year's of 07. And I bought a gallon of whiskey, and I bought a gallon of vodka, because I tell everybody that like I don't drink. I tell people, like, I don't drink, like, I don't drink, but, I'll only drunk New Year's, Super Bowl Sunday. That's all, which is January, February. So, this is when I was 24. Yeah, 24. I bought a gallon of whiskey, and I bought a gallon of vodka. And, it was at the end of me and Dale's relationship. We broke up, like January the 17th. But it wasn't like because we weren't getting along. It wasn't that. It was, I live in Knoxville, Tennessee, and he lived in Newport, Tennessee, which is a good hour, maybe a little bit more, from me at the time where I was. It's a little further now. So with us not being in the same city, we agreed to just break up. And it wasn't like a nasty breakup. It was, it was one, me and Dale's relationship was the type of relationship that we shouldn't have dated. And it wasn't like, okay, well, we shouldn't have dated because, like, we weren't compatible. It was, like, we were friends for 2 years before we even dated. Sort of like Kanye and Kim. So, we basically broke up because he wasn't going to move to Knoxville and I wasn't going to move to Newport. Now, last time I seen him, he does live in Knoxville, but, like, we don't talk. I haven't seen him in 5 years, 6 years, so it's no biggie. But that was my favorite New Year's. For this reason, my mama, had maybe 1 or 2 drinks. And she, of course, was wanting some of the vodka, the whiskey. She's like, go on and pop it open. I'm like, nope, I'm waiting till New Year's. So she walks up the street. Or no. Yeah, okay. She walks up the street. And while she was gone, I was on the phone with Dale. We counted down the clock. And he's like, when you get to 1, I want you to freaking guzzle it. I was like, okay, that sounds like fun. Now, when I drank my alcohol, which was not that often, like I said, New Year's Day or New Year's Day going in New Year's Eve going into New Year's Day, and Super Bowl Sunday. So I don't want y'all to think that I'm a sot. I'm not a sot. But I didn't drink it with chasers. I didn't drink it on the rocks. I just poured it in a glass and drank it. And everybody's like, "Oh, you a thoroughbred? How you drinking it without making no face?" It's like, I don't know, but it's inbred in my DNA. Because both my parents are very bad alcoholics. So I say that to say that I guzzled it down, but I don't like the taste of vodka. I really don't. Or the one that I bought. I didn't like it. And my alcohol of choice was whiskey. Or I like the taste of rum. It's sweet. The ones that I have had were sweet. And rum, and I don't like gin. Gin to me tastes like grass. Vodka to me tastes like how rubbing alcohol smells. Whiskey, and then moonshine, man. You might have been born a woman, but you knock that down and you got hair, like grizzly Adam hair on your chest. 'Cause it ain't for the faint of heart. It's not for the faint of heart. I will say that I have had charcoal whiskey one time. Dale, he gave me some. But like I said, sorry for the raspy voice. But so I had charcoal moonshine with Dale one time, and I didn't like it. But like, I wouldn't go to it if I would have drunk alcohol, because it was too much. It was too strong. So yeah, so that was my favorite New Year's. And so the ball drops, I turn it up, I'm drinking, we get down to 1, he's turning it up, he's already like 1 sheet to the wind. Boy, after that, He's now 3 sheets to the wind. He skipped over 2 sheets. And if y'all don't know what that means, that's an old saying, 2 sheets to the wind. And so he went from 1 to 3 instantly. So I'm guzzling it. And like I said, my mom was gone maybe 2 or 3 minutes. And but this was my house, so I could drink. I'm grown. This was my house. And so she comes back, and I'm so drunk, I can't even, like, I'm so drunk, I can't even walk by this time. Because I drunk the whiskey straight up, no chasers, meaning it was not mixed in anything. And I didn't drink anything after I drank it. So no chasers, and it was not mixed in anything. So it was straight from the bottle to my mouth, to my stomach. And so, you know, so she goes, how did you get drunk so fast? And I'm sitting there, and so she's like, I'm literally so drunk, I sobered her up. Now, like I said, she was already tipsy. She was already, she couldn't hardly walk. Or she could walk, but she was feeling no pain. She was feeling no pain. So she comes back, she sobers up. She's like, because I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. And she's like, no, you're going to bite your tongue or your jaw. And I'm just like, get a drink or something to eat. And I'm not being aggressive because I am a happy drunk. I really am. I laugh at myself. My favorite thing to do is to see my eyes glassy and want, like, I know when to stop because I feel, I'm like, okay, I think I'm drunk. I'm going to go lay down and go to bed. I don't leave my house. And I think I drunk outside of my house twice. The first time was, I think when me and Shandy, Angel, and Arthur, we went to Bailey's, which is going to be on this list. And then the second time was me, Eric, Elizabeth, and Gary. Yeah, me, Gary, Eric, and Elizabeth. We went to Outback Steakhouse, and I got a drink then. And so I think that's the only 2 times I can think of. Maybe in Washington State. Because I think Orville bought me a Long Island iced tea. That's the very first time I ever had one, and I liked it. But even then, I was 23, 22, so I was legal drinking age. I didn't drink underage. I have before, and that was my 13th birthday, which I can't tell you who gave it to me because I don't want to get her in trouble, but she knows who she is. She knows who she is. So yeah, by the time, like, the person that gave it to me, when she was 13, she already had a daughter. So if you hear this, you know who you are. But I love her to death. I love her to death. I really do. So yeah. So and the reason why that was my favorite one was because I think my mama finally seen, like, oh, well, it's not easy taking care of somebody when you're not on their level. Now, we were both drunk, but she sobered up enough, and I told her, I was like, here, you know, like, I'm drunk, I'm ready to go to bed. She cut on the fan for me, and she put a glass of water on my table, and that's what she did. She put a fan in my face so I wouldn't get hot and throw up. I think she even put a bucket by my bed, and she gave me a glass of water just in case. Yeah, I woke up the next day. She's like, oh, I bet you hungover. I was like, no, I feel fine. And, she left. I ended up getting up and getting me, I think, 2 slices of bread, and I ate it and went back to bed. But, I think, like, if people say, don't eat, but I heard people also say, don't drink on an empty stomach, or it will make you sick. And so I ate bread, and it could have soaked up some of the alcohol, but like I said, I was drunk, and I went back to bed. You know, ate the 2 slices of bread, and I went back to bed. I didn't bite my tongue or my jaw, but, you know, there was a risk, because I couldn't feel my mouth. So that was my favorite, because my mama actually took care of me. And I know that sounds weird, but, like, if y'all know her, y'all know that, wow, okay, that's a big thing. That's a big thing. And then my sister's birthday is January the 5th. Eric's birthday is January the 4th. My cousin Balon's birthday is January the 7th. My cousin, but I call her my aunt, love her as if she was my mother, Frida, rest in peace, birthday was January the 3rd. Then I got another cousin, Nali. His birthday is January the 6th. Yeah. That was my favorite New Year's. And that's like a 15-minute story. I am so sorry. Okay, February, Valentine's Day. What was my favorite Valentine's Day? I'm gonna say when I got my big Eeyore plush. Gary got me Eeyore. It was a big one. He got some like the Cupid wings, and he got some heart that says "Be Mine." But then Gary also got me a teddy bear that smells like chocolate. Now, what happened to that teddy bear is 2 years after we met, I had to let him go. He didn't learn, and you seen what happened last October. I'm just saying. Some people just don't learn. And so yeah, that was one of my favorite Valentine's Days that I can think of is when because I love Eeyore. I love Eeyore. Love, love, love. I actually got on an Eeyore undershirt right now. That's Eeyore. Trying to do it with one hand. Anyhow, Eeyore undershirt on right now. It's not an undershirt, it's a t-shirt, but it got Eeyore on it. So, but I love Eeyore, so that was my favorite Valentine's Day because I got an Eeyore. I think it was 22 inches. He's really big. And then my favorite number, if y'all don't know, is 2 and 22, which, you know, will be February the 22nd, which is actually Thursday, tomorrow. But yeah, so the funny thing about that is my birthday on February the 22nd is exactly 9 days, or 9 months to my birthday. I did not know that. And the reason why I like the number 2 is because I always want to be a twin. Yeah, and I have twins. And then I like 22 because it's 2 2s. And so yeah, I like the number 2 and I like the number 22. And so I like it even more now that tomorrow will be exactly 9 months to the day to my birthday. Yep. St. Patrick's Day. January the 1st, New Year's. February the 14th, Valentine's Day. I'm saying this for if y'all don't, like, if it's anybody out of the country and y'all don't know the dates. I'm saying it for that. Or if you do live in a country and you don't know the dates, like Gary. He argues with me every year that St. Patrick's Day is at the end of February and it's not in March. And I'm like, Gary, it has always been. Since I have known it for 34 years, it has always been March the 14th. But I don't argue with them because I'm like, okay. So March the 17th, sorry. March the 17th, I'm thinking of Pi Day, which is also one of my favorite days. So Pi Day is 3.145 and some more. So I like Pi Day just because I thought that was the coolest. And please celebrate Pi Day 3.14. And it is the Wickster, little Wiki Bear, Dominic Wilson. Not Dominic, sorry. Yeah, Dominic Wilson. Damo and Chrissy, if y'all don't know who they are. Their son name is Dominic. And Wiki Bear for short. That's what they call him, the Wickster, Wiki Bear. And his birthday is March the 14th. He will be 1. So yay. But yeah, so I like Pi Day. And my favorite St. Patrick's Day. My favorite Pi Day is when I went to school. I think I was in 11th grade. And one of my teachers brought me it was a box, and just, I don't know, she brought me like a box of snacks and stuff for Pi Day. My favorite St. Patrick's Day, I don't think I have one. I mean, nothing special. Nothing special happened on St. Patrick's Day, March the 17th. I don't know if I said that. So yeah. April Fools is April the 1st. My favorite April Fools was this last one. Okay. Actually, I didn't get my mama till like a month later, but it was for April Fools. It was for April. On April the 1st, we had Brianna and Billy were celebrating their 2nd year anniversary, and they invited everybody. Hold on. Sorry, that was Gary. He was saying that he was going to go to Walmart and pick up. I got the girls a pull-up bar. We don't have room for a uneven bar in this apartment, and I hate it. So, we're trying to get as much stuff. Like, we got 2 balance beams, but they're really soft and they fold up so they can fit in their closet. We have 3 mats, gymnastics mats, that can fold up, and that's in their closet. And then the pull-up bar is going to go over their door, since their door stays open. So that's where we're putting the uneven bar. And then, see what else. And then we got like little hand thingies that go on the floor and help, and like, they're like this, and you can, do push-ups on. That's what it's for. And there's 2 of them. There's like 2 of them in a box, and it's to help you push up. Anyhow, we got them. We got them to help them press handstand and do handstands, so that they know. Anyways, back to what I was saying. April Fool's Day. So I got my mama what would it be? May? Yeah. Okay, so August the 1st, Brianna and Billy were celebrating their 2nd year anniversary. They were supposed to be renewing their vows, but you know what? I don't think it was in March. No, because was it their 1-year anniversary? I don't know. It might have been their 1st-year anniversary. Because I was going to say their 2nd-year anniversary is when they got hit. Okay, yeah, she didn't know she was pregnant. They got hit by a car after that. Cause, okay, sorry, I think it was their 2nd-year anniversary, and we were waiting on her stepdad, Arthur, to get to the party, and it's supposed to be it's supposed to be a renewal, but it didn't happen. But yeah, so we was waiting on Arthur to come. And, I mean, everybody else was, eating and chatting. And my mama calls me and was like, oh my gosh, there was a wreck down by the Dollar Store. And we were like, what? And I was like, oh my gosh, Angel. I was like, call Arthur, make sure, because my mama just said this. And she's like dying laughing. I'm talking about, like... It was not funny. It was not funny. And she's like, April Fools. And so she got me and my sister. And so, of course, my sister, she's like, oh my gosh, is it Marquita and the girls? Make sure that they're okay. And, of course, it wasn't me. And then that's when I was telling Angel, oh my gosh, call Arthur. Make sure, he's okay. And she's like, April Fools. I'm like... I was like, that's not funny. She's like, yeah, I got you and Leisha, because y'all thought I was serious. Leisha was crying because she thought that kids got hurt. And I was just like, man, I was like, I will get you back. I'm going to get you back. And so, cut to May. No, it wasn't even May. It was... Yeah, it was May. She, I went, because I cleaned out my refrigerator and my freezer, my deep freezer. And so I was giving her, meat, like stuff out of my deep freezer. And so she's like, oh, thank you. And I put it in my old pressure cooker box. And she was like, oh my gosh. And I gave it to her in front of all her friends. And I'm like, make sure you get that out and set it up. I'm like, it's very important. And she's like, okay, I will. So then she calls me back like 2 hours later. I'm like, did you set up your pressure cooker? Yeah. I said, okay. I was like, do you like it? Yeah. I said, are you about to use it? Yeah, I'm about to put some chicken in it right now. So I know that she didn't open the box because there was no pressure cooker in it. So I'm like, you need to make sure you get it out. I was like, because you really need to set it up. So she's like, fine. I'm like, get it out while you're on the phone with me. She's drunk. And so she's like, fine. And she opens it. Or no, she's like, I'm about to open it. She's like, I'll call you back. So she calls me back the next day. And she's like, that's so wrong of you. And so, because Murphy opens it and he puts up the food. And so, she's like, that's so wrong of you. There was no pressure cooker. And I'm just like, gotcha. And she's like, what? I was like, remember, April Fool's Day? Remember when you got me and made me think that Arthur was in a car wreck or something? She's like, man, mean, that was like a month ago. I'm like, well, I told you I was going to get you. She's still mad about it to this day. I really did end up giving her one when she watched the girls while I was moving to this apartment. So I did give her one of my pressure cookers because I have 4. Yeah, 4. I got 3 now. So yeah, so I got her back. That was my favorite April Fool's Day, even though it was not on the actual day, but I got her back. And Easter can be between March the 22nd to April the 25th. So I would say my favorite Easter that I ever had. The only one I could think of is when I remember getting my hair straight ironed. And I think Waterfalls wasn't out yet. I remember staying up. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I got my hair done. This girl, what's her name? Stephanie. She lived right beside us. And she did Star hair. Star and Monica. And she did my sister's hair. She did my hair. Then she ended up doing her hair. So I don't even know if she even went to sleep at night. And, but yeah, Stephanie. I remember she did my hair. And, I liked that one because she was really nice. Stephanie was. And she was, she was really, really, easy-handed. She didn't, like most people, they pull your hair and straighten, and you know, when they use a straightening comb, they don't care. They'll pop, like let grease pop you on the back of your neck. And if you never had your hair straightened, I'm just saying, how they do it. If you don't know what it is, they take a comb. It's a metal comb. And it's got like wood at the bottom, but it's a metal comb. And what they do, now I'm gonna tell you mine, and I will tell you another thing. What they do is they put the iron, the comb, the metal comb. They put it on the eye of the stove, and they part your hair off. They comb it through a little bit with a regular comb, and then they put a little bit of grease on it. They take the metal comb off of the stove. They blow it, and this is me turning it around. They might even wipe it off a little bit with a paper towel, not no wash rag, but a paper towel, and then they take it and they, from the root of your hair, and it's going this way, so they comb it through and 3 or 4 times. But it's like they section your hair. So like when they section it, they comb a little bit with the comb, like with a regular comb, and then they put a little bit of grease on it, and then they comb it through, and that's what it sounds like. It's like, that's because you got grease on your hair. So when the grease gets hot, if y'all know about cooking grease, it's the same thing. So they don't put it like on your scalp, because of course it'll burn you. So it's like a comb that was on the stove. So they do that 3 or 4, about 2 or 3 times. They run through your hair, wipe it off with a paper towel, because by this time it's cooled down enough. They wipe it off with a paper towel, put it right back on the stove section, and then they go back to the next section, comb it through, put a little grease on it, get the straightening comb off the stove. They blow it, wipe it off a little bit with the mostly They don't wipe it off if they just got off the stove. Because if there's hair or grease on the stove, grease or hair on the comb, it burns off on the eye of the stove. So they mainly blow it. And then, so that sounds weird. But that's what they do. Okay, now they have Marcel irons, which are the best. They are the best. Now, I cannot use the ones, okay, they got ones that you have to have a little stove. Now, they do have straightening combs, you know, with the Marcel irons. Marcel irons is curling irons. Okay. And so, they do have a straightening comb. That's like the same thing. And the manual one, I think manual's right. The one that's not plugged in it comes with like a little stove. I mean, you have to buy the little stove. You cut on the little stove, you stick it in there, like almost like a pizza oven. So you're sticking it in there, wait for it to get hot. Once it get hot, you blow, and then same thing. Or if it's the curling iron, you do it. You open it up, chop, chop, chop. Which it's not spring, so you have to be very talented because you're opening it up with one hand, and like when they open up, it's just like they open up. So it's like they do it, they slap it a few times, and then they put it. They have your hair, and then they roll it up, and then it's like that for like maybe 5 seconds. Then they like chop it, chop, 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 and it makes the best curls. Them things makes, like, I wish that I knew how to use them, because like I said, I'm not talented. I would have to use 2 hands, but if I use 2 hands, who's gonna hold my hair while I'm rolling? I love them things. But yeah, so I love Marcel irons, and if they ever come out with, because they do got some that you can plug directly into the wall, like a regular curling iron, but them things are like literally from the heavens. Like God was like, you know what, touched it, and it's the best. Where am I at? Okay, Cinco de Mayo, or May the 5th. It's Cinco de Mayo. My favorite Cinco de Mayo is May the 5th, 1999. A little bundle of joy named Desiree was born. And so, I used to call her Chunky Monkey. That's what I used to call her. And I used to call Tim Vonti, because his middle name used to be Devontae, so I call him Vonti Monty. And then of course Desiree, she's a little chunky thing, so I call her Chunky Monkey, which is funny because her and Savannah are similar build. Like, they have like little short legs, so like waist down they're short, but then they have like a normal size middle. Like, it's really weird. They have like little tiny chunky legs. And but yeah, so Desiree reminds me, or Savannah reminds me a lot of Desiree at that age. Well, I didn't know Desiree at 4. I guess the first year. Desiree, she didn't walk at 9 months though. I think she could if she wanted to, but I think she was like maybe a couple days after 1, or about a week or 2 after 1, she started walking. But yeah, so that's my favorite Cinco de Mayo. I did have gastric bypass on May the 10th, 2010, and then Gracie's birthday is also May the 10th, 2000. And so yeah, So I love them 2 dates also. June is, well, I can't say this is my favorite, but I just want to give recognition to it. Juneteenth, which is June the 19th, is slavery. I think the day that the slaves got emancipated, I think that's the right word, in the United States. So yeah, it was June the 19th. I could not tell you the year. It might have been, I don't know. I was going to say 1777, because in my head 1776 was the independence. Yeah, was the independence. I'm not for sure. Don't get me wrong. So I think it was a year after the independence, national independence. I don't know. I'm missing a word somewhere. Sorry. I told y'all my words are like, I'm losing more and more words every day. But yeah, and then my ultimate favorite June holiday is June the 28th, 2013. Is the day my little pumpkin heads, my babies, my little tunkums were born. Yeah. Hannah was born at 8 something. And Savannah was born at 9 something. They are an hour and 36 minutes apart. And that's the day I officially became a mother. And then July the 4th. Let's see. My favorite July the 4th was... I can't think of one. I think I liked all of them. I will come back and tell you one if I can think of it. Like, I haven't had, like, horrible ones. But I just can't think of one right now to be like, oh my gosh, that was, like, just the best. Let's see. August is, I couldn't think of one for August either. But, August the 21st is my mama's birthday. So I put her down. I can't think. I think, okay, if I'm not mistaken, I think one July the 21st, we were in North Carolina with the guy my mom was dating at the time, Wayne. And we were up there, and I remember she was turning 29. I'm thinking she was turning 29. That year. Or she turned 29 or she was about to. But anyways, they were celebrating and drinking. I think she just turned 29. She might even been turning 28. 28, 29. Because I don't think it was 30. No, but it had to be like 28, 29. But everybody was like, oh yeah, no. Because I'm going to say it was 29. Because I remember people was like, yeah, you got to say 29 for a couple of years. You know, you never age past 29. And I don't know if they were saying that because she was turning 30 or if she was actually turning 29. I don't know. So that was my favorite one because I was in North Carolina. We spent the whole summer in North Carolina. So that's why that one was one of my favorites, because we spent the summer there. And I don't know what the name of that movie is. That was the first time I seen that one movie. I couldn't even tell. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to finish it because I can't tell you the name of it. Okay. It was a dude. He burnt down his house, and then it was like, he had this little creepy creepy doll. And I don't know if the doll was alive or if he was just schizophrenic and thought it was alive. And he got his hair braided in dreads. Black dude from, can't think of another movie. Not Juice, not Menace to Society. Like, he's in my head. Like, I have his face in my head, but I can't tell. Anyways, that's the movie I was thinking of. I mean, that's the movie I was talking about. If y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, so, September is Labor Day. I don't think I have a favorite Labor. Well, not really a favorite Labor Day, but Gary's family reunion is on Labor Day or Labor Day weekend every year, and so I guess that's fun. And then October is hold on, I'm missing birthdays. February the 20, is it the 22nd? It might be the 20, no, it is. I hate that I forgot that. It's either the 22nd, 23rd. I think it's the 22nd. February 22nd is Luke's birthday. Yes, the 22nd. February 22nd is Luke's birthday. Okay, I did May. May the 5th is Desiree. And May the 10th is Gracie. June, I think the 21st is Barbara's. July the 29th is Brianna's. Okay, now we're down to September. September the 23rd is Nick's birthday. And so I guess that could be one of my favorite things, but I don't know. I like that day because Nick was born on that day. Yeah. And then October is Halloween. My favorite Halloween was Halloween 2000. And I dressed up as my friend Betty, that was dressed up as the Crow. She loved that movie. She loved Craft, and she loved The Crow. Brendan Lee. If y'all haven't seen that video, if y'all haven't seen The Crow, Brendan Lee, Bruce Lee's son, he got killed making that movie. One of the guns, like, had a blank, and he got shot in the stomach and ended up dying. But yeah, so he died making that movie. But yeah, so that was my favorite Halloween. Halloween 2000. Or October the 31st, 2000. Was my favorite Halloween. I was 16. November. Sorry. I lost train of thought. November is Thanksgiving. My favorite Thanksgiving that I have ever had, and I'll say this. I've said this in multiple videos, so y'all know what I'm talking about. Was Thanksgiving 94. Thanksgiving 94, yep, because I was in 5th grade. I don't know if I already was 10 or I was about to turn 10, because, you know, Thanksgiving is one of them iffy things. It's like, it's never on my birthday. It's never on my birthday. It's either like the 22nd, 25th, or 28th. My birthday is the 29th. It's never on my birthday. Close, but never on my birthday. So, my mama had a friend named Lisa, and she was married to a man named Marwan. They had a son named Cody, and Marwan was from Pakistan. Yes, from Pakistan. And he cooked Thanksgiving, you know, because he had friends coming over, which was a man and his wife. And I remember he cooked Thanksgiving because they were coming over for Thanksgiving. And he cooked authentic. And I was in love. I almost, like, I told my mom, I was like, I want to go to Pakistan. And I only wanted to go because of the food. Yes, I was fat then too. Not physically fat, because I didn't really gain weight in, like, middle of 5th grade. So maybe about January, February of my 5th grade year, which would have been 95, is when I started gaining weight. But I was skinny, like the size of Hannah, all the way up till then. Then all of a sudden, all my weight caught up with me. So yeah, I sat down and I, you know, because we had to sit on the floor and we was eating, and we had pita bread, and, you know, you just grab like a little bit. It was like almost like a dip with the whole meals. Like, it was like multiple things, and it was made like that. And see what it was. The guest that was a man got served first. And then it was all the men. It was the guest, then it was the host, if the host had a son. Which, you know, Cody didn't need one. Like, he ran back and forth. He was 2 at the time. And so he ran back and forth in between our Thanksgiving, and then Lisa, being from Georgia, she had her own Thanksgiving. So he ran back and forth. And then after that, it's then the wife of the host, and then your wife, like if you're the man, your wife, and then your daughters. So that's how it was. And then Lisa wasn't eating, so I went into place, not as his wife, but because I was the only other person left after the man's wife, it was then my turn. So yeah, I remember that. Like, I say that, like, I talk about that Thanksgiving. I talk about that Thanksgiving all the time, because that was the best Thanksgiving that I have ever experienced, and I will never forget it. Hopefully I will never forget it. Hold on, let me call Gary, because he was just calling in. Okay, so yeah, I'm back. So yeah, that was my favorite Thanksgiving. And like I said, the dates vary in November. Then we're down to December. December the 25th. December the 25th, my dear. December the 25th. Na 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 na. December the 25th. Anyways, if y'all ever seen Scrooge by Albert Finney, which is Gary's favorite Christmas movie, my favorite Christmas movie is A Christmas Story, which you shoot your eye out, kid. Love it. You can watch it, or Not a Finger. I'm sorry, the daddy in the movie cracks me up. Yeah. My favorite Christmas that I can think of is after I got my adenoids and tonsils out. I went to Rogersville. It's in Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee. Rogersville, Knoxville, Tennessee. Okay, Rogersville, Tennessee. Rogersville, for y'all that think, so for y'all that says the Ville, Ville. Some things has, some things you say and some things you don't. I say Rogersville. That's like Knoxville. I don't say Knoxville. I say Knoxville. And I say Rogersville. Now, I also say Strawberry Plains. Some people say Straw Plains. I say Strawberry Plains. Let's see, Jefferson City. I'm trying to think if it's any other, and this is it's a state thing. Or actually not a state, it's a county thing, because people that lives in people that lives in Sevierville, I say Sevierville, or that live up there and say Sevierville. Yeah, they say Sevierville. I say Sevierville, they say Sevierville. People that live in Strawberry Plains say Straw Plains. People that live in Knoxville say, some says Knoxville if they're not from here, but most people say Knoxville. I don't think I ever heard anybody call Rogersville. I probably have and just really wasn't listening, because I call it Rogersville. I'm born and raised. I was born in Rogersville, moved here to Knoxville when I was 2.5, so almost 3. And we moved here to Knoxville. And I've been here for, 32 years. So yeah. My favorite Christmas was I went to Rogersville for Christmas. And I came back. And I remember I got my adenoids and tonsils out. Because I stayed at my Aunt Carrie Mae. I say Carrie Mae. I don't say Carrie Mae, but her name was Carrie Mae. I say Carrie Mae. I run it together. I love her. Miss her. She's a sweet woman. A strong, sweet woman. But yeah, we went up. Me and my sister went up there for Christmas, and I remember I slept in the bed with her because, she wanted to make sure that I was all right, that I was breathing. And the reason was because I've always talked down my nose, or I couldn't talk out my nose because I couldn't breathe out my nose because my adenoids and tonsils were so big. So, I usually never talk down my nose, or it's weird. I couldn't breathe out my nose. So, with me having surgery, my throat was swollen, and so she was wanting to make sure that I was going to be breathing. But Patrick, which if y'all heard me talk about Mitchell, love Patrick, love their mother, she's my second cousin. My mama's first cousin, but I never called her my cousin. I always called her my aunt because my mom was an only child and she was raised around them. Raised around, Carrie Lee. I'm trying to say it in order of age. Carrie Lee, which I said Carrie Lee. Kathy. Yeah. Okay. Carrie Lee, Kathy, Frida. Frida Doris. And then they had a brother named Junie. I never got to meet him because he died when, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to butcher it, but I think he died when he was 12. An accidental death at 12. So yeah, didn't get to meet him. But yeah, so my mama was raised around, him and the girls. But, after his untimely death, she was raised around them. And like I said, she's an only child. She was raised by her grandmother, which is her mother's mother. And so yeah. So that's why I call them my aunts, even though they're my second cousins. Where's I going with that? Oh, I was over at Aunt Carrie Mae's house. She is my mama's aunt. Carrie Mae. She is Aunt Carrie Mae. She's my mama's sister-in-law. So, Aunt Carrie Mae married my mama's uncle, which, in default is, my grandmother Poochie's brother. But anyways, but yeah, my mama, I can't say I always did because I never met her. Everybody keeps saying I met her. I don't remember meeting her. But her name was Mary Elizabeth, but they called her Poochie. That was my mama's mama. It was Poochie. And my mama, like I said, is an only child. She don't have any siblings. So she was Poochie's only child. And then me and my sisters, my mama's only children. Here, Savannah are my only kids. But it's my sister's 5th and 6th kids. So yeah. So I went up there, and Doris took care of me and that shocked me. She fixed me oatmeal with milk. I never had it like that, and I always eat my oatmeal with milk now. But she did that so that it can go down easier, because I got my tonsils out and my throat was sore. And she made sure I had my medicine. She made sure that I was staying hydrated. She really took care of me. Her and her mama really took care of me when I was up there, And I thank them. I really do thank them, But yeah, so I was sleeping in the bed with Aunt Carrie Mae and Patrick, which Patrick, I already said that, Mitchell's little brother. And so I think he was 2 or 3 at the time. And I was like 8. Because I think I was in 3rd grade. So yeah. And I remember he might even been 1. Yeah, I remember he almost kicked me out of the bed. Like, he slept sideways. And I'm just like, I am literally hugging the edge of of the bed. And yeah, so he almost kicked me out of bed, but it wasn't like purposely. It was just because he slept sideways. And there was a third person in the bed, which was me. So that was funny. But yeah, so from that Christmas, I came back home, and my teacher, Miss Valentine, and my teacher, Miss Dix, went out and bought me Christmas. I asked for a kitchen set. No, actually, my daddy got me a kitchen set earlier that, like, it was summertime, and I remember he's like, I don't think I'm going to be able to see you for your birthday. So he bought me a kitchen set. A Fisher-Price kitchen set. And I love that thing. And then Miss Dix and Miss Valentine also bought me a kitchen set at Christmas because they knew that I wanted one. But they didn't, like, they knew that I wanted one because I wrote it down, like, the wish list, but they didn't know I already got one. It's weird, I don't know. But they bought me a kitchen set. And then they bought me clothes, like, and other toys, but the kitchen set is the one thing that stuck out for me. Because then I had two. And then my sister kind of borrowed or bargained. I'm not going to say borrowed. She bargained. She gave this boy $1, and he gave her is a McDonald's set. And it's like a kitchen set. It was, at the time it was maybe up to my chin, like tall. You know, that's how little, like, not little, but like it came up maybe up to my chin. So it was that tall. And it was so cool. It was like one side, like you crank, you know, like you wind up the stove and it sounds like popping, you know, it sounds like popping. And then like you open up the windows, like if you're doing a drive-through. Oh, it was neat. It was neat. It was a McDonald's kitchen set. She gave this boy $1. Now, he was like 7 or 8, so he got in trouble. But his mom was like, well, you sold it, so you can't get it back, you know. But, I mean, she was mad. She was mad. She tried to get my mama to make me give it back, but I was just like, but I love that my sister gave it to me, because, you know, at the time, my sister was my everything. You know, she's the one that raised me, you know. When my mama had her good times. So she was the one that raised me, made sure I had a bath, made sure I had food, make sure that I was safe, you know, because we're almost 4 years apart. So yeah, so she was the one that took care of me. So yeah. But, oh, I am so sorry, I was about to end it. And my second favorite, which is my first, but also my second favorite, is December the 23rd. Will always be the best day, second best day in my life. Is Gotcha Day. If you don't know what Gotcha Day is and you never heard of it, on December the 23rd, 2015, me, Gary, Hannah, and Savannah, we went to court and the adoption was final. So they officially became my babies 100% full-time. I'm on their birth certificate. You know what? I got the birth certificates right here. Make sure I don't got no not incriminating. no personal information. That's like I have them because something happened to my folder. But yes, let me see. That's my old address. Make sure I don't got their social security number. Let me think. See, this is Hannah's. Okay. But, okay, if you can see, where's it at? There we go. Mother Marquita Inez Rogers. That's for Savannah. For Hannah Inez Rogers. Now, yes, me and Hannah does have the same middle name because I paid for the name. I paid for her middle name to be Inez. I paid my sister $20, and I just never changed it. Because she has my middle name, and I have Frida's middle name. Mitchell and Patrick's mama. Her name was Frida Inez Rogers. When she died, her name was Frida Inez. I don't know if she went back to Rogers or she was Womack. Or, no, I think she was Womack still. Yeah, anyhow. Yeah, and then, so I'm named after her. And, Hannah's named after me. So, yeah. 3 generations of Inez's. And then this is Savannah's mother, Marquita Inez Rogers, to Savannah May Rogers. Now, yes, if you're like May, yes, she was named after Aunt Carrie May. That's where the May comes from. It was from Aunt Carrie May. Leisha came up with that, and I 100% agree with her. Sweet, sweet woman. She deserves it. You don't deserve to have a namesake, you know? So, yeah. But yeah, so that day will always be special in my heart. Oh, I'm gonna tell y'all when they were, what time. See, Savannah was born at 8:23 p.m. Hannah was born at, Hannah was born at 8:23. Sorry. Hannah was born at 8:23 p.m. Savannah was born at 9:49 p.m. So, yes, they are that far apart. And, Hannah was vaginal, and Savannah was C-section. Emergency C-section. So, yeah. But this is a very long video, and I hoped y'all enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, and I do want to say happy vlog. I was about to say Vlogintine. No, it is Vlogintine. Vlogs, whatever. Happy